Hi, this video is to show you how to complete the how many phone number questions. First, before you complete the questions, make sure you go to course material, content, and make sure you are in numerical reasoning. You can see the questions, it's actually also posted here, but mostly I want to make sure you have gone through the content before you do the questions. So go to the content that have the, make sure you have read all this number. Go to content, not enough numbers. Make sure you have read all of these questions. And the assignment, how many phone numbers are there, is posted here with the explanation of the situation, the questions, and most importantly, I want to show you the hint. The hint tells you how to do the question correctly. And if you did not look at the hint, then you might not do the question correct. Alright, so let's go over the questions. How many Atlanta phone numbers are there? In 1947, when area codes were first introduced, 404 was the only area code for the entire state of Georgia. Area code 912 for southern Georgia was created in 1954, and several other area codes have been added since then. Currently, the Atlanta metropolitan area uses area codes 404, 770, 678, and 470. Area code 404 is mostly in Atlanta. Area code 770 is mostly in the suburbs. Area code 678 and 470 overlay both 404 and 770. In the next few problems, you will estimate the number of possible telephone numbers in Georgia. You will answer these questions in a Word document. Submit your assignment, then it's finished. So to submit your assignment in Word document, you will copy paste these. You select, copy, hit Control C, and then open your Word document. Okay, and then paste it there. This is a Word document that I already pasted. And make sure you name your assignment name underscore your name. Okay, now this is the same question. I just copy paste over. Let's look at the first hint. A telephone number consists of 7 digits. Okay, the first 3 representing the exchange. Okay, so, and the first digit of an exchange cannot be 1 or 0. Alright, so let's see how many numbers we have. Like we have 0, a 0. What I'm typing here are sample answer. We have 0. Make it bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the all possible number that you can have on the telephone numbers, right? So since the first digit and the total number here that we have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 numbers. And since it cannot be 1 or 0, meaning we only have 8 choices for the first digit of an exchange. Okay? So let's say our telephone number. Okay, let's look at the first question. How many phone numbers were possible within the state before 1954? So before 1954, we know there's only one area code because it told me. Okay, so I only have 404. 404, all the numbers start with 404. And then the rest of the number, I know, this alphabet just represent a miscellaneous number that we're gonna put in. Okay, so this represent, okay, let's N represent the first digit of the exchange. and the rest, the x, 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 x are the rest of the numbers. Okay? The reason I put only n, x, x, because I know n is special, because it told me the first digit of the HN cannot be 1 or 0. So to find how many combination we have, we know 4, 4 is fixed, so we don't do anything about it. But n, we know there's only 8 choices. So I do 8 and times, and the first x here is going to be any number. Okay, it can be any number. So any number, meaning I have 10 choices. The second x can also be any number, so I'm going to be 10. And then the rest of the 4 numbers at the back also can be any number, so I also have 10 choices. So I just multiply by 10. One more time. Okay, so your answers should be 8 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. Okay, so if you completed it, calculate it out, you will get this many number. Okay, this is the answer for the first one. For the rest of for the rest of the question, I'll explain how to do it, but I will not show you the answer. Okay, so we know the first answer is 8 million. Okay, number 2. Today, how many phone numbers are possible in Atlanta metropolitan? So you will look at, okay, there are 4 area codes. So whatever answer you got for number 1, you just multiply by 4, right? Because they are because there are 4 area codes. And when you go back to your hint, it also told you there. Use your answer from number 1. Remember, that was for 1 area code. And it asks you how many area codes are now available. And then just multiply. Okay, so that's easy. Number 3 is tricky. Now the hint tells you what to do though. Read the hint. First, determine how, I'm reading the hint. First, determine how many numbers can't be used according to rule 2. Okay? Think about how many numbers in the form of n, 1, 1, x, 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 where n can only be 2 to 9 and x can be any number between 0 to 9. Then subtract it. You will also need to subtract the 100 numbers that can't be used according to rule 3, okay? So the strategy is to determine how many numbers cannot be used. So let's go back to our questions. Now, there are 2 more restrictions to a phone number, actually. So we know without these 2 restrictions, we have 8 million for 1 area code. Now, after subtract these 2 restrictions, we'll have less numbers. But let's read the restriction. There are 2 other restrictions. The second digit and third digit cannot both equal to 1. So since these values are designated for other purpose, such as 911 and 411 for information, and 511, for whatever, I think like traffic information something. And a different kind of numbers that you cannot have is those start with 555, 0100 through 555, 0199. So any numbers between these 2 range are reserved for fictional uses, such as in television shows or movies. Okay, so based on this rule, the second and third digit cannot be equal to 1, the hint tells you, let's say this is the setup, okay? N1 1 X X X X. So for each area code, this kind of number cannot be used. So we want to know how many I cannot use. So how many number can be used for N? We know from the top, N cannot have, which is the first digit of a chain, cannot be 0 or 1. So you only have 8 choices. And so this 1 1 here, you cannot use, so you just type 1 and 1, the one number that you cannot use. So it's also 1. It's not because it's number 1, it's because there's only one choice that you cannot use. Okay? And then X, 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 X. So any number that have whatever number 1, 1, X, 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 X cannot be used. So the X are any number between 2 to 9. Any number between 0 to 9. So there are 10 choices for that. If you are still not sure, always look back to the hint. The hint tells you what. Actually, the hint is the one tells you what to do. Okay, so you read the hint and you will know what to do. And then you figure out the answer. You're gonna figure this out. Okay. So whatever your answer that you got, let's label it A. Okay, and then you figure out, okay, what is the second here? This restriction here tells you there's 100 number you cannot use. From 100 to 199, there are 100 you cannot use. Okay, 100 numbers can't be used. So now, go back to our strategies, which what they say, we are going to use how many number can be used, okay, and then subtract, okay? So we know all possible number for one area code is what? 8 million. And you subtract whatever answer you got from A and subtract 100 and you get your answer. Okay? Alright, this is your part 3. Part 4. So this is how you get your answer for part 3. Part 4, using your answers to previous questions, determine how many 10-digit numbers are restricted in the Atlanta metropolitans. So numbers that are restricted are whatever you got from A plus the 100. Okay? So this whatever you got here are equal to number restricted. So how many? This is for one area code, okay? Then you need to know how many area codes in Atlanta. There are, just count above. There are 4. Okay, so whatever answer you got here, let me call it B. You just B times 4 will be your answer for number 4. Alright, if you have any questions, email me. I'm here to help you. Thank you.